Did you ever think you'd see Amber Heard in a movie again? I mean, really think about it. After everything that went down, all the headlines, the trial, the social media storm, it felt like she had quietly stepped away from the stage, maybe even for good. For a while, it was like the whole world had made up its mind. Her name had been dragged through every comment section, meme, and news ticker. It wasn't just gossip. It was a full-blown cultural moment, like something straight out of a courtroom drama that happened to be very, very real. And then, just like that, silence. Amber disappeared. No premieres. No interviews. No surprise talk show appearances or tabloid exclusives. She didn't try to defend herself every week. She didn't stay in the spotlight just to stay relevant. She simply faded out of view. Packed her things. Moved to Spain. Focused on her daughter. Lived a life far away from cameras and microphones. And in a way, that silence spoke volumes. It wasn't the kind of silence that screamed for attention. It was the kind that felt intentional. Like maybe she needed space. Or maybe she knew the public wasn't ready to hear from her yet. Or maybe, she just wasn't ready to talk. And if we're being honest, who could blame her? Now fast forward a few quiet years, and suddenly we get news that catches everyone off guard. Amber Heard is back. She's acting again. She's got a new film called Spirit of the People, and yeah, people had some thoughts. It's one of those moments where you double-check to make sure it's not some old article resurfacing. Like, wait, really? She's doing movies again? She's stepping back into the spotlight? And the reactions were kind of all over the place. Some folks were shocked. Others were curious. And plenty were skeptical. Because this isn't just any return. It's not your average celebrity PR comeback tour. It's complex. Emotional. And, honestly, kind of fascinating. Because whether you like her or not, Amber Heard's story is one of those rare cases where the public felt so deeply divided. There was no in-between. You were either on one side or the other. And now, here she is, trying to carve out a new path, not with drama, but with art. And get this, Spirit of the People isn't some shiny blockbuster or big studio comeback project. Nope. It's a small, thoughtful, indie film. The kind of movie that tells quiet stories. The kind that's more about emotions than special effects. The kind that sits with you for a while instead of hitting you over the head. In this film, she plays a linguist. That's someone who studies languages and how people communicate. Her character travels to live with an indigenous community, which is already a really unique and delicate setting for a film. It's about learning. It's about connection. And it's about listening, really listening, to a different culture, a different way of life. And if you ask me, that feels incredibly intentional. It doesn't seem like she just took the first role that came her way. It doesn't scream, "Hey, I'm back. Look at me." Instead, it whispers. It suggests that she's trying something different. Trying to rebuild. Not loudly, but quietly. Thoughtfully. And if you've been through something painful, something where you felt judged or misunderstood, you know how powerful it can be to take a quieter path. To walk away from the noise. To find meaning in something smaller, something more personal. Maybe this role is her way of doing that. Of showing a different side. A more grounded version of who she is now. And maybe, just maybe, this isn't about fame anymore. Maybe it's about healing. Maybe it's about proving something to herself, not to the world. But of course, when anyone who's been in the public eye like Amber makes a move, the world takes notice. And opinions start flying fast. Some people are like, good for her. Everyone deserves a second chance. Others say, no way. Not after everything we've seen. The internet, as always, is split right down the middle. Social media became a war zone of comments. Supportive threads. Angry rants. Deep think pieces. Conspiracy theories. Memes. You name it. People love to pick sides. And when it comes to someone as controversial as Amber Heard, those sides are loud. And you know what? That's part of why this return is so interesting. Because Hollywood is no stranger to scandal. And it's also no stranger to comebacks. Think about it. Robert Downey Jr.? He went through serious legal trouble and addiction issues. And now he's one of the most beloved actors on the planet. Winona Ryder? She had a long fall from grace before making a massive return in Stranger Things. Even Mel Gibson, despite everything, somehow found a way back into the industry. So it's not like comebacks don't happen. They do. But they usually take time. And they almost always start small. The real question is, can Amber pull it off too? Can she slowly build something new? Now here's where it gets even more interesting. People who've seen Spirit of the People are saying, she's actually really good in it. And not, trying too hard, good. But quiet. Controlled. Emotionally present. No over-the-top drama. No big, Oscar-worthy monologues. Just, authentic. She's not out there trying to win the world back in one performance. She's not playing some flashy hero or glamorous lead. She's just telling a story. And sometimes, when you stop trying to impress people and just speak honestly, it's way more powerful. It's like that moment when someone stops yelling and just starts speaking softly. You lean in. You start listening more closely. That's what this film seems to do. It's not yelling. It's whispering. And in today's world of constant noise and drama, that kind of quiet can be louder than anything else. Now let's pull back the curtain for a sec and talk about why she got this role in the first place. Because, believe it or not, the director didn't choose her despite her past. He chose her because of it. Yep. You heard that right. He believed that everything she had gone through, the good, the bad, and the ugly, gave her a unique emotional depth. That it made her more real. That it allowed her to bring something honest to the role. Something other actors, who hadn't lived through that kind of public pain, maybe couldn't. And that's a bold move. Most filmmakers would have played it safe. Picked someone with a cleaner image. Less baggage. But this director saw something in Amber's experience that felt right for the story. He leaned into it. And maybe that's part of the reason this performance works. Because it comes from somewhere real. Because it's not just acting. It's living. Feeling. Reflecting. If you've ever been through something that shook you up, something that left scars. You know how it changes you. It doesn't just go away. It lives inside you. It makes you see things differently. Feel things more deeply. Maybe that's what she's bringing to this film. Now let's talk about the strategy behind this comeback. Because it's not loud. It's not showy. It's not trying to dominate headlines. Industry folks call it a quiet climb. That's when someone takes small, meaningful steps instead of diving into a giant blockbuster. It's about testing the waters. Seeing how people respond. Rebuilding trust, slowly. And honestly, it makes sense. Jumping back into the spotlight too fast could have backfired. Big time. But doing a thoughtful indie film like this? It shows restraint. It shows intention. It shows growth. It's like dipping your toes in the water before jumping in. If the audience responds well, maybe she keeps going. Maybe we see more roles. More stories. But if not? At least she came back on her own terms. Quietly. Honestly. So what does this all mean for Amber Heard's future? It's hard to say. Hollywood is unpredictable. One moment, you're in. The next, you're out. And then suddenly, you're in again. But one thing is clear, Amber's not done. She's not hiding anymore. And that alone takes a kind of courage that most people don't see. You don't have to like her. You don't have to forgive her. But the fact that she's showing up again, trying something different, says something about resilience. About growth. About the human desire to start over. And maybe that's what makes this story so relatable. Because this isn't just about a celebrity comeback. It's about the very human need to be seen differently. To move forward. To grow from the pain instead of being defined by it. So maybe this film isn't just a role for Amber. Maybe it's a reflection of where she is in life. A place of humility. Of learning. Of quietly telling a new story. Now I'm curious, what do you think? Do you believe in second chances? Do you think Amber Heard deserves one in Hollywood? Are you open to seeing her in this new light, or does her past still weigh too heavily? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Share your take. Let's have a real conversation. No shouting. No insults. Just honest, respectful dialogue. And hey, if you enjoyed this story, there's another video we've got that dives into other celebrities who were once cancelled, or counted out, but somehow made a comeback you wouldn't believe. It's inspiring. It's surprising. And yeah, it might just change how you think about second chances. Give this video a like if it made you think a little differently today. Hit that subscribe button if you want more deep dives into stories that go beyond the headlines. And don't forget to ring the bell, so you never miss out when the next chapter unfolds. Thanks for hanging out with us. We'll see you in the next one.